Hi everyone, today I've got for you a video on 5 amazing spicy fragrances. Inspired by Christmas, it's obviously only about a month away. I'm starting to reach for my more spicy fragrances. I'm looking for things that are warming and a little more Christmassy. And I've picked for you 5 fragrances that are all unisex. One is marketed to men and is designer, and the other for our niche. So let's kick off with one of the niche fragrances, and I'm going to go with the beautiful Shazam from 4160 Tuesdays. This is an under the radar gem and it is absolutely gorgeous. I've just resprayed a little bit here, and I did have a little bit here from earlier as well. Now the dry down is stunning. Once you get past the opening, which is extremely spicy and fruity, the dry down actually reminds me of Iris Ganache. It is that gorgeous. It's this caramelized labdanum thing that is just beautiful. But the opening is what it's all about when it comes to spices. There's a sharpness to the spices, and you can smell almost a bit of earth in there, but just a tiny hint. Now I've got the notes here. So the notes are basil, tangerine, juniper, you've got atlas cedar, pink pepper, cardamom, oilbanum, amber, patchouli and cacao. So in there, the only real sort of spicy notes are your pink pepper and your juniper berries, I guess. But to me, the way that it really smells is extremely spicy. It just smells like mixed spice. It smells like hot mulled wine with loads and loads of spice. It smells like there's maybe some cloves going on, some cinnamon and some nutmeg, and you've got those sort of Christmassy dried fruit sort of smell. It does smell like hot mulled wine and a pomander as well, you know, those orange pomander things. But you can smell the labdanum and the sort of caramelization that's going on underneath all of that. And then before you know it, you've got this gorgeous rich caramelized labdanum with some cinnamon, a little bit musky, a little bit woody, but mostly it's about kind of caramelized resins that are not too sweet. It's really, really gorgeous. If I didn't own Iris Ganache, or if I couldn't get hold of Iris Ganache, this would almost be enough for me. I could use this as a substitute. The dry down is that good. So that's Shazam. Now I've got you a men's designer fragrance. This is from Dan's collection. This one's called L'Egoiste, but actually the current formula is just called Egoiste by Chanel. A very spicy fragrance that actually I don't think is too masculine. I can definitely wear this. It's got a gorgeous vanilla. Once you get past the first 10 minutes of this fragrance, I'm going to give you the notes. So perfumer on this one is Jacques Polge, and we have notes of rosewood, coriander, Bulgarian rose, carnation, cinnamon, and you have sandalwood, vanilla and ambrette seeds. So your spiciness is coming from your carnation and your cinnamon, but also I would suggest that the sandalwood is actually a little bit spicy as well. This is really, really gorgeous. I would happily wear this. I love it when Dan wears it. I wish he'd wear it more often. It's stunning. The current formulation, as far as I can tell, is just as good as this vintage version. Don't be put off if the first spray is a little bit sharp in the spices. It really does warm up, and it really does, the vanilla really comes through along with the sandalwood, and it is just a cozy hug in a bottle, this one. Very, very nice. L'Egoiste or Egoiste by Chanel. So the next one I've got for you is called Le Morocco pour Elle, and it's by Andy Tower. I've sprayed it on here. And this one is rose, jasmine, incense, but it's all very spicy. Now, there's actually no spices listed on Fragrantica, but this combination comes across extremely spicy and peppery. It smells like you are in Morocco wandering around the spice markets, but the florals are just as strong as the spices. It's really, really gorgeous. It dries down on your skin too. Another one that dries down, very resinous, lots of sticky labdanum, and I think there's benzoin as well. It's just really, really gorgeous and rich, spicy floral, and I love it. So next up we have Rosé All Day. I am working on a review of this one. It will probably be up very, very shortly. And this one has notes of apple crisp, plum, dark rose, brown sugar, tonka bean, stainless steel. So this one I'm actually wearing at the moment, and this is very spicy, and I think the spices are coming from potentially from the tonka's giving it something, but actually it smells to me like the spices you get in apple pie, clove, cinnamon, nutmeg. It's just like there's this really rich apple pie filling, and you've got the spices in there, and you've also then got a dark plummy rose liqueur, and it's really, really rich. It's really, really strong. It's a bit sweet, it's quite fruity, but it's definitely really spicy. And again, there's no real spices listed, but to me it's a very warming, hot, in fact, hot spicy fragrance. And finally then, I've got for you Portrait of a Lady, a Frederic Malle fragrance, and it's the perfumer is Dominique Ropion. The notes, according to Fragrantica: Turkish rose, raspberry, blackcurrant, cinnamon, clove, patchouli, sandalwood, incense, ambroxan, benzoin, and white musk. So what do you actually smell? This fragrance is very much about the rose and the raspberry together, supported by these gorgeous warming spices. Really, really spicy. It's a bit woody. In the dry down you get almost like a petrichor note coming through, like rain on hot pavement kind of thing, or rain on maybe damp earth, but always the rose and the raspberry. It's really, really gorgeous. And that is my last spicy fragrance in this list. Let me know what your favourite spicy fragrances are. What will you be rocking at Christmas? Will you choose something spicy, or are you gonna buck the trend and go for something fresh and citrusy? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.